Good morning. I have a lot of stuff to get done today, including putting away some dried herbs and cooking some meat to can and getting some beans soaking so I can can them tomorrow. So come along with me as we do a bunch of stuff. Okay, so now I am going to take this huge package of breakfast sausage that I have, and I'm just gonna cook up some patties. My daughter likes to have sausage with her breakfast in the mornings, and I like to have it already cooked and ready to go. I had been buying the pre-cooked kind, you know, from the grocery store, which is fine. I would probably still get some of that at the grocery store, but this package of breakfast sausage was on sale, and it was a really good price. So I was like, well, I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna cook that up and keep that in my freezer. So all I have to do is heat up one or two of these patties in the morning with breakfast. And she can have her sausage and grapes. Yes, she has sausage and grapes for breakfast. That's what she likes. I don't argue with it. So I'm going to cook 4 of these patties at a time. And I'll have 8 patties ready for her when she's ready for some breakfast sausage. Okay, now in this same skillet, I'm going to take my pork sausage that I have, plus the ends of the breakfast sausage, and I'm going to cook those up to be canned. Meanwhile, I want to get my beans soaking so that I can can those up tomorrow. I know that I want to do 6 cans of pinto beans and 6 cans of black beans. So I'm going to measure these out. So there's my beans measured out. I'm just going to cover these with water so that they have about 2 inches or so of water on top of them. Probably a little bit more in the pinto beans because they tend to swell a little bit more than the black beans that do. And then I will cover them and let them soak overnight. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill my jars to 1-inch headspace with the cooked meat. I think it's 1.5 inch headspace. 1.25, something like that. I'm gonna fill it up as much as I can with this meat. And try to get this into 3 jars. Trying to make sure I drain as much fat out of it as I possibly can. Of course, not all the fat's gonna drain out, and you will wind up with a fat cap on the top of your meat. That's perfectly normal. There's nothing wrong with it. You didn't do anything wrong. That's just the way it goes. All right, and jar 3. Now, before we stress out about needing to do a mixed meat jar, which we probably will need to do, or we will just need to put my spoon down somewhere, or we will just need to go ahead and do something with the leftover meat. I'm going to take my tamper tool here, and I'm going to tamp this meat down. Not aggressively, but just enough that I can go ahead and fill these jars up the rest of the way. So, I'm going to go ahead and put some away. Put some more on top. Like so. And then when we get ready to can, we will fill this up with some either hot water or hot broth. So there's our 3 jars of breakfast sausage. Right? So now what we'll do is I'm going to take this tray and I'm going to stick it in my oven. My oven is set for where the lowest it'll go, which is 175. And I will let them sit in there while I cook the rest of this meat. So the next thing that we're going to cook in here is going to be this sweet Italian sausage. I only have 1 pound of it, so this shouldn't take too awfully long to cook up, and it will probably fit in 1 jar and then with a little left over. And like I said, we'll put that in a mixed meat jar because I will probably have leftover ground beef as well. I'm just going to put this right in here and let that cook. The rest of this is going in the mixed meat jar. I don't think that's enough to fill up another jar. Now, one thing I did with the ground beef is I went ahead and opened all of the packages up so it was easier to throw in the skillet. I think I'm going to do 2 pounds at a time. Spoon. And I have a combination of natural and organic. It doesn't make any difference to me. I'm going to cook it all and can it all and use it all the same. So I'm going to let this get hot enough to do its thing, and then we're going to get all this ground beef cooked up and in the cans, and then I'll come back and show you how I'm going to can everything. Okay, well, as you can see, my jars are all as full as they can be because we still have to put the hot liquid in it, and I still have 2 pounds of ground beef left. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it in a bowl, I'm going to mix it together, and I'm going to make hamburger patties that I will put in the refrigerator and have my husband grill up in the next day or 2. But for right now, I'm gonna get these back in the oven while I get the canner and everything set up so that we can get these canned.
here are all of my beans canned up. I got 6 cans of pinto beans and I got 8 cans of black beans actually. They have all cooled and sealed. Yay! So all I have left to do now is to wash the jars, label them, and put them in my pantry. Thank you for joining me today in this video, and I hope that you subscribe and like and do all the things, and we'll catch you in our next one. Bye!